It's common knowledge that sororities have been around for decades at American colleges. Many sorority sisters become lifelong friends, and it's not uncommon for a daughter to join the same sorority her mother pledged to years before. Films like Legally Blonde and The House Bunny present sororities in a particular light. They show sororities as a place where members may find lifelong friends, dress to the nines, and generally have a great time with their female counterparts. The reality is that it can and does happen, and many women have beautiful experiences in sororities. However, entrance is not accessible and hazing procedures persist in most sororities. After all, the purpose of the hazing ritual is to bond the new pledge class together as sisters before they officially become sorority members. Some hazing traditions are harmless and frivolous, like sorting sequins by color, which is humiliating enough to foster camaraderie and understanding, but is unlikely to be remembered by the ladies years from now. Then there are the horrifying accounts of sisters who have gone too far, degrading prospective pledges rather than encouraging them to become confident and capable women. Incapacitated. Dartmouth is sometimes misunderstood as a private academic institution, yet its Greek community has gained considerable media attention, most of it negative. An alumna of Dartmouth's chapter of Kappa Kappa Gamma shared her hazing story with the Huffington Post in 2009. Drinking is a normal part of Greek culture, but this ceremony takes it to a new and risky level. The unidentified lady relates a hazing routine in which recruits were compelled to sit in the back of a car, sip alcoholic punch. Each pledge received their own enormous 64-ounce bottle and then be forced to exit the vehicle. How did the promise get back to the secure zone? She had no idea. She was taken to Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center's intensive care unit with a blood alcohol percentage of 0.01% below the threshold at which comas and death become likely. Paddled to suspension. At Rutgers University, the Sigma Gamma Rho sorority was known to utilize paddles as part of hazing rituals. This practice is said to be shared among sororities and is sometimes portrayed as nothing more than a playful paddling of recruits. Sigma Gamma Rho, on the other hand, went too far. In 2010, a pledge was taken to the hospital after enduring days of non-stop paddling that totaled 200 blows. The student, who suffered severe hazing and had to go to the hospital, filed accusations. Thankfully, the Rutgers University chapter of Sigma Gamma Rho was suspended, but the females who had carried out the hazing avoided severe consequences. The charges were withdrawn. The most disturbing aspect of this story is that a student who was acquainted with the females in the old Sigma Gamma Rho and talked to ABC News appeared to blame the hospitalized pledge for ratting on her sisters rather than the ladies who had battered the pledge so hard she wound up in the hospital. Sink or swim. While most accounts of horrific sorority hazing end with the victim being hospitalized or suffering some trauma, this one tragically ended in the victim's death. They were made to endure an excruciating and pointless exercise for hours, but this couldn't have killed two otherwise healthy young women. However, as their energy levels dropped, they were made to go back into the water to cool down. Fellow plebe Kirsten High sought to assist her since she could not swim. The narrative ends tragically with both girls drowning. This might have been because the waves were too forceful or because they were too exhausted from the forced exercise. Undoubtedly, the sisters had not told the eager recruits that the sorority chapter they were pledging to had been dormant for almost a decade. 10-hour trauma. At Medgar Evers College, two freshmen were pledging Gamma Beta Delta, a sorority with a fantastic reputation. Things quickly went south. The two pledges, Shawnee Caton and Gabby Jones, were verbally abused for hours while being interrogated about their sexuality and other private matters for 10 hours straight in a dark basement. As you can expect, the ordeal left the two young women shaken and in tears. Their mothers were understandably devastated by what had happened to their daughters. This horrifying account of hazing demonstrates that it is not only the physical assaults that may make hazing nasty. For young females in particular, being verbally criticized and unfairly insulted can have a profound psychological effect. Altoona Nightmare. Many sorority women who have been through hazing remain silent out of fear of social exclusion. However, in 2008, a pledge at Penn State Altoona, who only gave her first name Joanne, talked to ABC television about the deteriorating conditions on campus. She described a terrifying ceremony in which the pledges were made to face a solid wall while holding hands. Seems relatively safe to me. Sitting next to your sisters when you're both bored out of your minds might lead to some tremendous sisterly bonding conversation. Except, if any of the pledges so much as budge, they would be thrown face first against the concrete wall. Brutal. Altoona wasn't only known for it, however. Joanne said that the sisters tortured her by making her scrub the kitchen floors with her fingernails and drink the terrible pitch black, unclean water when she refused to make and serve them meals. Joanne transferred colleges and ran away from the sorority, but her ex-sorority sisters still hounded her. Alright guys, that's a wrap for this video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel for more videos just like this. See you guys next time.